In the middle of the village, in front of Amina's colourful paintings, they first looked at each other. In that brief moment, they felt like they had a connection, as if the old stories that were built into Amina's paintings had come to life, signals the start of a deep and surprise visit. A talent artist named Amina was sitting at her work under a baobab tree in the middle of a busy African town. The village was filled with people going about their daily lives and the sound of nature. She danced expertly over the tasks, weaving not only fabric but also stories of love and bravery from long ago, stories that have been told from family to family. Her dreams, her longing for a love as deep and lively as the stories she made, showed in every pattern she done. As the sun went down, painting the sky orange and purple, the kids in the village gathered around her, their eyes wide with wonder as she told stories about lovers from different groups who met and fell in love. Her words were just as interesting as the paintings themselves. But that night, there was a different kind of excitement in the air. Amina heard tales about a stranger, a fighter from a separate land, which made her curious and gave her hope. As the sun went down, she looked up at the sky and thought, if this stranger might bring with him a story as powerful as the ones she made into her tapestries. Without thinking it, she was starting to make the first themes of her own great story. Kwame, a warrior known for being brave and smart, arrived at Amina's the village early in the morning. He had been led by the spirits of his relatives through large savannas and thick forests on his way. His job was very important, to bring the various towns together to fight new risks. Even though he was very challenging, he had a kindness about him that suggested he knew a lot about how tough life can be. As he walked into the village, people whispered and looked at him with interest. They could feel the winds of change blowing through them. In the middle of the village, in front of Amina's colourful paintings, they first looked at each other. In that brief moment, they felt like they had a connection, as if the old stories that were built into Amina's paintings had come to life, signals the start of a deep and surprise visit. As people told stories about the past that night, Kwame felt drawn to both the stories and Amina. He knew that his trip had led him to a fate that was much bigger than anything he had imagined. The Festival of Tasks, a lively celebration of weaving that shows off the community's rich history, made the village very lively. The most beautiful things were Amina's paintings, which told stories of love and bravery, and won many fans, including Kwame. Their chat, which started because of the bright displays and happy mood, led to them talking about their shared interests and goals, which helped their connection. Even so, the villagers kept a close eye on this new relationship that was growing under the stars. It made the old ways feel both interested and unhappy. Amina and Kwame felt like they had a new connection after the festival, which ended with a flurry of music and dancing. They could see an exciting but uncertain journey ahead of them. In the days after the festival, Amina and Kwame's friendship grew stronger as they told each other stories and met in secret. Their relationship became in the midst of village life. As they told each other stories about art and adventure, they purposefully inspired the village's interest and worry, and stories spread about whether or not they should be getting closer. Even though there were hints of rejection and the rules of custom, they were drawn to each other and told each other how they felt during a walk by the river at night. Even though they knew the problems that lay ahead, this moment of emotional honesty helped them enjoy their connection, a brief break in a world full of difficult jobs and expectations. Surprised by the rising stories in the village about Amina and Kwame, Elder Nia moved in and guided them with stories of past loves that brought people together. She told them to find a legendary artifact that reflected tribal unity. Looking would test their relationship and could change how people in the village saw them. Amina and Kwame were nervous and hopeful as they left Elder Nia's hut. They knew that their trip was more than just looking for love. It was a chance to make their community a better place through understanding and change. As the screen fades to black, Amina and Kwame stand silhouetted against the starry night, the weight of their new quest settling upon their shoulders. The words of Elder Nia echo in the background, a blend of caution and encouragement as the scene dissolves into the darkness. The viewers are left with a sense of suspense and wonder, pondering the challenges and adventures that lie ahead for the couple. A message appears, "Join us in part 2, as Amina and Kwame embark on a journey that could change the heart of their village forever."